Welcome to History with Heather, Part 1, Native American Neighborhoods Before the Euro Squad. Hey there, young historians. You're tuning into History with Heather, your go-to place for time-traveling adventures. Let's hit that like button and subscribe for more fun trips through history. When you hear this, pay attention. It's something you should write down. Ready for today's adventure? We're going back to America before it even had that name. Picture this. Native American tribes are living across the continent like unique neighborhoods in a huge, sprawling country. Jump to the Great Plains, and you've got tribes following herds of buffalo. Now, zip over to the eastern woodlands, and it's all about farming, corn, beans, and squash. Down in the Southwest, tribes like the Hopi and Navajo are artists, crafting pottery and jewelry. Your zip code really decided your lifestyle. Part 2. The Euro Squad arrives. Columbus, Magellan, and more. Hold on to your hats. We're sailing into the era when the Europeans arrive, and it's a whole new ballgame. First up, meet Christopher Columbus. He sails over from Spain in 1492 and, oops, lands in the Caribbean, not Asia. He's famous, but spoiler alert, not the best dude. Slavery and mistreatment of natives are part of his legacy. This dude kidnapped the natives within hours of meeting them and made them slaves. No wonder he was thrown in prison and died poor. And then there's Magellan. This guy was so adventurous, he tried to go all the way around the Earth. Yeah, you heard it. Circumnavigation is the fancy term. He didn't make it back, but his crew did, and they had some crazy stories to tell. Vocab Alert. Colombian Exchange. This is when Europe and the New World swapped items like tomatoes, potatoes, and, hold your nose, diseases. It changed diets and lifestyles on both sides of the Atlantic. Part 3. Native Americans. Meet the new neighbors. Now, let's see what happens when these new European neighbors roll in. It's a mix of good, bad, and just plain ugly. Vocab Alert. Presidio. The Spanish built these military forts to keep things under control. Vocab Alert. Plantation. The British were big on these, especially for growing stuff like tobacco and cotton. But these farms often relied on enslaved labor. Not cool. Vocab Alert. Mission. Spanish missions aimed to convert Native Americans to Christianity. It's where the whole missionary position comes from. Teaching the gospel, that is. Vocab Alert. Immunity. When it comes to diseases like smallpox, Native Americans had zero immunity, and that spelled disaster for many tribes. Vocab Alert. Encomenda System. The Spanish had this system where Native Americans had to work on plantations or in mines. Basically, it was forced labor dressed up as protection. So the Native Americans got some neat stuff like horses, but also had to deal with lost land, diseases, and forced labor. Talk about a mixed bag. They were taken advantage of and treated worse than the slaves. And they still aren't treated much better today. Native Americans lived in harmony with the earth. They believed the land belonged to God, so no man had a right to own property. They had a government that America fashioned their own government after, and they had organized societies. They believed in equal rights for women long before the Europeans and Americans ever considered the idea. That's it for this whirlwind adventure on History with Heather. If you had fun today, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more history that doesn't snooze. See you next episode where the past is always present. Keep asking questions and stay curious. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more great videos about U.S. history.